What's up, goblins? I'm Scully the Goblin, and if you read the title of the video, this is Mass Effect 5. Okay, let's talk. So, if you guys don't know, only a few days ago, Mass Effect Will Continue trailer came out. Now, for those of you who don't know, I am a big Mass Effect fan. And I played the trilogy a long time ago. I did play Andromeda. I did not like Andromeda, but I did like certain parts of Andromeda, just not a lot of it. And I basically been thinking, and for a long time, what I wanted to see in a Mass Effect game, that sort of thing. However, with seeing the trailer, it got me thinking. And we see the Andromeda Galaxy in the trailer for Mass Effect Will Continue. By the way, I should mention, spoiler alert, if you have not seen that trailer, go see it now, then come back to the video. So pause it now. Okay, you're back? Alright, let's continue. So, basically, the Mass Effect trilogy is about a person called Commander Shepard. Now, it's not really your story, it's just you walking in Shepard's shoes. But it's your Shepard, it's basically your own version of him. Now, I do like playing as Commander Shepard. I love the characters. My favorite character was Tali. My second was Garrus, and sorry about that. Swallowed a bug. Then the third character, who was my favorite, was from the second game, and that is Grunt. Now, there's plenty of stuff I want to talk about in the other games, but I'm not going to get into that. So I want to talk about something that happened in basically the trailer. In the trailer, or for the game, you see basically a mass relay that's destroyed. You see ship parts. You see basically a whole bunch of stuff. And hell, you see Liara walking on a dead Reaper, and you see another one in the background. And so it got me thinking. At the ending of Mass Effect X3, like the trilogy one, I hated those endings, by the way. I liked the one and where basically you could synthesize or something. It's where you combine humans and synthetics together. I did kind of like it, but I hate it at the same time. I wanted that ending where you could have Shepard live, Shepard die, or hell, half of the universe die and the rest lives. That sort of thing. But that didn't happen. Instead, we got basically some other stuff that was going on. That character's asleep. This character's still working. That's good. We basically got different endings, and if you played the endings correctly, you could actually see Shepard breathing at the end. At least I think that was Shepard. Who knows? Maybe it was a different character who we are going to be playing as in the new game. But yeah, this talk will be what I think will happen in the next Mass Effect game. Stuff I think will be happening. Stuff I think we will see. And hell, maybe even some old faces we might see. So without further ado, let's talk. Okay. Well, we're already talking, but hey, you can't get enough of this goblin's charming voice, can ya? Awkward silence? That was. But seriously, goblins. And then listeners and Choombas, we are basically seeing the Mass Effect Remastered Trilogy. Now, what I want to see is when you play the remastered trilogy, with the updates and all that stuff, I want to see those choices brought into the new Mass Effect game, even the ones in Andromeda. Originally, I did not keep those as canon, but something clicked in my head when I saw the trailers in that, and saw some concept art. Some concept art, you see a new form of the mass relays. That made me think that they managed to rebuild the mass relays. So, that made me start to think. Originally, what I wanted to see, and I am going to be... basically, what I wanted to see in Mass Effect Andromeda's was the player choosing the side with, his colony, and basically building up a colony, trying to find resources, become allies with other colonies on the planet, try to move a new colony to another planet, or hell, start a trade-in thing with them, try to build their own version of the Citadel Council, that sort of thing. And I would imagine there would be like some planets that have already been colonized by aliens from that galaxy, including people from that galaxy who made their own groups. You either war with them, you try to make peace with them, that sort of thing. That's what I thought would happen in that game. And because from the trailers, it looked like you were a Pathfinder. It looked like you had to build up a colony thing. You had to try to make it so that Citadel, like the new Citadel, basically stayed afloat. That did not happen. It basically spoiled my expectations. And, but it got me thinking though. Oh, after the destruction of like the Reapers, because everything, the mass relays blow up, everything basically, it gets destroyed near them. It made me wonder, or what if this game is taking part like I would say more than a few years afterwards. Like I imagine Liara would start looking a bit older because she does look like she's older in that in the thing. It made me wonder, or this would be a good opportunity for basically BioWare to make a Mass Effect game. But I'm not saying like it's not making one. They said Mass Effect will continue. I'm talking about making a Mass Effect game where the players like choices like have a unique consequence and like perk to it. But the Mass Effect game I want to see made is well, a Mass Effect game where you can play as the other races. I would love to basically play as a Quarian, hell, Turian, or even a Krogan. I would love to have backstories that actually affect your story in that. Basically, the way I see this other game going, or possibly going, is you're either playing as like one of these other races trying to basically fix up your homeworld, or hell, start a colony out and about. Shit, my character's getting hungry. Just realized that. But me, I think the next Mass Effect game, because the Reapers managed to wipe out a lot of the races. Well, not wipe them out, but kill off most of them. I believe there is enough of them to basically repopulate their regular planets and basically start up some colonies. So it got me thinking. And what if this Mass Effect game does take place a few years afterwards, or you manage, like people manage to rebuild certain mass relays, and it makes me think. You could possibly play as one of these new races, is pick like a faction you're a part of, and try to shit. Aw, why didn't you go to sleep, you dumbass? Eesh, where was that? Oh yeah. Basically, pick these factions. You basically join these factions. You believe these beliefs, that sort of thing. Or hell, you could be the leader of your own faction. And all of it would tie into the story. Basically, I see the story as you're trying to rebuild, trying to establish yourself. I see the Citadel being almost rebuilt, and basically you either helping rebuild it, or not bothering to help rebuilding it, it gets rebuilt on its own. Oh, and I imagine you could play as like a pirate. You don't even have to build like a colony or help a homeworld or that. And I imagine you could build a colony and you basically are choosing where the buildings are being placed. Is you're choosing what buildings are important. Hell, you could choose to make it so it's like a crime-based colony or peaceful farming community. Or hell, turn it into a city-like thing. I imagine you could actually build colonies all around the damn planet. Or hell, let other species also colonize the planet. Make it so it's a joint planet. Hell, I would love to see exploration. I love the free roam aspect of Mass Effect Andromeda, but I hated it at the same time. It just felt dead. You didn't really see like NPCs reacting normally. You just see them walk around once in a while or just stand still. Oh. Hell, I would like to see a recruitment mechanic, like to recruit people to like your project of a colony or even a pirate gang or hell, even a new military faction or a mercenary group or anything. And hell, I wouldn't even mind like seeing the player be able to play as like a Krogan, like chief or lord thing. I don't remember what the Krogan thing is. I haven't played the game in a while. Get to freshen up when I play the remastered version of the trilogy. But hell, I even see like the players being able to be like rock stars or basically inventors. Hell, I wouldn't even mind seeing the player be able to play as like a AI, like a surviving Geth AI. And if you don't know what the Geth are, look up Mass Effect and then type in Legion. He's one of my favorite ones. And it's like all AIs in the thing either get destroyed, merged, or taken control. I don't think the take control ending is canon. And because you see dead Reapers, it makes me think that the Reapers did get destroyed. However, I think the two endings that would be canon in the game is either Synthesis or destroying the Reapers. Now, the way I see it, that trailer where you saw Liara walking up like the hill, it makes me think. If you pick the Synthesis ending, you would see like glowing green stuff on some people. Oh, but then again, I do think that a lot of people would pick that ending. So it brings me back to the Destroy ending. And I'm not going to bother getting to the Synthesis ending, and right now I'll probably get into it later on. I think people would like have the Destroyed ending. Basically, Reapers are destroyed, including other AIs and other stuff. But what if some of them actually survived? And I'm not talking about Reapers, I'm talking about the Geth, including some other AIs. It's what if you were playing as a Geth and you had like a goal for yourself? Like you could pick your backstory. You can make it so you're trying to rebuild the Geth, basically revive other units, try to bring them back to life. Hell, you could even choose to help your creators or destroy them. Me personally, I made it so the Geth and the Quarians were basically peaceful to each other. But some people who weren't me ended up either killing them off or just letting the Geth have the homeworld and killing off the creators. Me, I don't want to see like the Quarians die. They're my favorite race. I do like the Geth as well. They are also another favorite of mine. Well, they're not technically a race, but you guys get what I mean. Basically, the way I see this game playing out is either you're trying to rebuild stuff or you're trying to explore, get information. Hell, you could even play as like a classic human as an N7. There's plenty of stuff I think that the players will be able to play as, that sort of thing in the game. Or maybe they'll keep it a classic way. Make it so you're a human. Make it so you're part of a new reform alliance and you're basically going around rebuilding stuff. And you could either take over like certain colonies, force them to basically be underneath the alliance's banner, or help be allied with them or that. Me personally, I would love to see like being able to play as other races. However, I do think you wouldn't be able to play as like all the races, as I think you would only be able to play as 5 of the races in the game. And number 1 is obviously human. Number 2, Turian. Number 3, Quarian. Number 4, Asari. And number 5, I think the names were Drell or Solarian. You know what, I'm just going to say Solarian for now. Basically, you can play as one of those 5 things, I think. Now, I think for your race, you would have like certain perks or buffs, but you'll also have debuffs and deperks, basically stuff that's not good. Damn. Still not night. But basically, I want to see a Mass Effect game where you basically pick your own story, you pick how it ends, and that sort of thing. Kind of like a trilogy where you basically could be a dickhead in that, but you couldn't exactly influence the ending that much. All you got is basically you destroyed a Reaper in a different way. Like you either made it so they merged with people, you either took control of them and they were no longer like, I guess, in control of themselves, or hell, you killed them. So basically, the way I see it, the Reapers are either dead or synthesized in the thing. Hell, another thing I think that the player would be able to decide to use Reaper tech. Now you might be wondering, and Skelly, that's stupid. They would be indoctrinated. Not true, actually. If the Reaper is dead, and the Reapers were destroyed, what's stopping the player from being able to use their technology? The way I see it, the other races would be able to use their technology to rebuild. If the Reapers are dead, they would study the technology and try to use it to basically rebuild. I see like several of the races figuring this out, of the Asari and the Solarians. And it's being able to figure this out and being able to rebuild the mass relays. That makes me think, though, if the mass relays are being rebuilt in this game, or are already rebuilt, well, I can see like the player, if they do have a colony or that, they would get a offer or invitation to the newly reformed Citadel. Once they end up there, they would be invited to join their space thing. me personally, I would deny it, but open up trade instead. Basically, keep your own solar system area, like your own like area like of space, independent. Hell, set up your own mining factories for that. Basically, I would love to see a game where you're in charge of like your own planet or your own pirate crew, mercenary band, anything. And I would love to see it still in third person, but a lot of people have been making their games in first person nowadays. I love the classic third person thing. Hell, I would love to be able to pick the personality traits for the character. Or like make it so you can pick free personality traits. It's like sarcastic, like humorous, comedic, or hell, childish, that sort of thing. And you could also pick your voice, pick what your character looks like. Like pick what they're good at, pick what their profession is, that sort of thing. Don't mind the snoring, that's just my dog next to me snoring. Hey, baby roll? You having a dream? Yeah, good girl. But yeah, guys, I would also like to see like new races in that. Another thing that I'm thinking is perhaps they made a mass relay that was able to connect them to the Andromeda system. Hence the reason this game is called Mass Effect 5, at least for this video. I don't know what it will be called. It could be called 4, it could be called 5. Or hell, it could be called Mass Effect New Beginning. I just realized if it ends up being called Mass Effect New Beginning, I'm gonna laugh. But what I'm thinking is basically the Andromeda system, like it could be like set years and years after like the Ryder twins, after Shepard, they're all dead, and you could run into like Grunt, and Rex, and Liara, including some other people on the other thing, like PV and I forgot what that old timer Krogan was called. I really need to play the games again soon. Or maybe I'll just watch some videos. But basically, I'm thinking that the game will involve either Andromeda or have mention of it. But if they did make it so you could travel to the Andromeda system and even back to the Milky Way system, that's interesting to me. However, it's also annoying to me because I don't really like the Angarans. Now, some of you might be wondering, Scully, what the fuck? Why don't you like the Angarans? They're the only bloody race you see over there besides the damn Kett. It's just annoying to me. I wanted to see more races, not just one native species. It doesn't make sense to me. Hell, the game could have saved itself with a DLC, in my opinion, but I'll get into that probably in a different video. Now, me personally, I do want to see a lot of stuff. If I want to see, like, hell, they can make it so the Andromeda Galaxy is, like, more stable. They learned about all this stuff, that sort of thing. Or, hell, make it so, like, there's a trade thing going on, like, with the Angaran species, including the new Angaran species that arrived there, or are now born there, basically. It could be like a trade thing or even a war thing that ends up happening in the game, for all I care. I would like to basically visit the Andromeda Galaxy again, just make it so it's, I guess, a lot better, I guess. Hell, I would like to see new species added into the game as well. Well, if the game takes place like years and years later, it should have new species. Hell, it should have old species as well. But that's mostly my thoughts on like that sort of thing. I would like to see a deep customizable backstory, customizable everything. Hell, I would even like to see you be able to live out part of your backstory. But yeah, that's pretty much it for most of this video, I guess. But I have a question for everybody who finds this video, everybody who likes this video, or hell, everybody who's subscribed. And I do mean everybody, not just those people who just watch it and say, "Yeah, this shit, I'm not gonna bother commenting," or "Yeah, this is good, but I don't think I should comment." Comment your thoughts. It'd help other people what they think will be in the game, and basically like suggestions, that sort of thing. Well, it wouldn't help it be in the game. It would just help other people like speculate and come up with ideas what they think should be in the game, that sort of thing. But comment what you think the game will take place in, and what do you think it will be. Do you think we'll have basically a character whose story we're just playing out now, or do you think we'll actually be Hell, making our own character, making our own mark in the Milky Way, or even Andromeda system with the Milky Way. Hey, let me know in the comments. And hell, tell me what your character's backstory would be in the comments. But anyways, goblins, and I'm Scully the Goblin. I know not a lot of people will probably find this video right away, but I hope they do. And I hope they are Mass Effect fans like me. Hey, hell, I have different types of Mass Effect hoodies in my drawer right now, in my closet. It's like dresser drawer. But that's pretty much it, goblins. And I'm serious. Let me know in the comments what you guys think would be in the next Mass Effect game. Do you like that idea where I said it would be like colonies and that? Like we have to build up our own new homeworlds. Or we have to build up the homeworlds we're on and basically help them. Or we can go rogue and make it so it's our own. Hell, here's another thing I would like to actually see. More romance options. More in-depth romance options. Like being able to take somebody on a date like right away or get to know them more. Or that. Hell, different species romance options. I actually have a friend of mine who would not stop complaining about there not being a Solarian romance option. Oh man, I just stared at him like, why would you want that to be a romance option? Oh man, that was actually pretty funny though. But seriously, different romance options, different like race romance options. Like I would like to see, hell, I would like to see 100 romance options, I guess, in a game. But I'm gonna be realistic. I know that's not possible, and that probably won't happen. But yeah, goblins, let me know what you would like make for your backstory. Hell, you could even make it so you're in your backstory you're married. Hell, it might even affect the game. You can make it so you're married and have kids. And you have to like worry about the kids. You have to pick your age and that sort of thing in the game. And like, say you can be like 20 years old or all the way up to 30, like somewhere in between those numbers. Yeah, I'd probably go with 21. And just so I could drink in the States, I'm only 20 right now. Shit. But, anyways, goblins, that's pretty much everything I want to say. I know I already said this earlier, but please comment, please leave a like. Hell, suggest this video to other Mass Effect fans. And I want to know your guys' opinion. I want to know your guys' suggestions for, like, that type of game, what you think will be in it. But seriously, to one goblin to others, and to one Choomba to others, and one Mass Effect fan to others, leave a comment, leave a like, subscribe, hit the bell notification so you never miss a video. I'm Scully the Goblin. This was my little talk about Mass Effect 5 and what I want to see in the game. I do want to know what other people want to see, and this is just my opinion. If you don't like it, then leave a dislike or just say it in the comments. It doesn't really matter to me if you don't like it or not. I just want to know what you guys wish to see in the next Mass Effect game. But without further ado, I'm Scully the Goblin. Peace out, and goodbye.